Hey guys, if you like this video and the story about the underwater UFOs, then you gotta check out our other video called Top 5 Most Mysterious Underwater Structures Ever Discovered. That one will blow your mind, and remember to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Scary mysteries, twisted news. Woman found in freezer, an underwater UFO. Terrifying cases of true crimes and strange events. Every week, Twisted News dives into two mysterious and scary cases currently happening in our world. This week, we'll tackle the terrifying case of a missing Oklahoma woman found inside a freezer and the intriguing sightings of underwater UFOs. Get ready for scary mysteries, twisted news. Number 1. Woman found inside a freezer. News from around the country recently put the spotlight on a female who was charged with murder after her roommate had gone missing. Although the details are still currently being ironed out, they could give you an overview of how horrific the case actually is. It all started on June 8th of 2020. A witness reportedly saw a truck and its white cargo trailer abandoned in a secluded area around the Oachita National Forrest, south of Mena, Arkansas. Suspicion prompted the unnamed person to inspect the parked vehicle. This place was desolate, but what caught her attention was the smell of decay coming from the trailer. She opted not to touch anything and decided to contact the Polk County authorities. Her report was noted, and a deputy was dispatched to the area, and she didn't hear from the authorities again. Then, on January 14, 2021, the same person was trekking through the woods in the park when she stumbled upon a white box-top freezer with its lid taped shut. She also noticed a foul smell coming from the junked freezer. She once again told the police of her discovery, and this time around she supplied the tag information from the vehicle she found months ago. A Polk County sheriff's officer then confirmed that the tag number traced back to a missing woman in Wagoner County. Her name was Talina Galloway. Meanwhile, the contents of the freezer were apparently human remains, and they were immediately sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab for identification. Less than a week later, it was confirmed that the remains belonged to Galloway, and authorities classified the manner of death as a homicide. As stated in the medical examiner's report, the victim died from blunt force trauma to the head. Her body had also been decapitated and dismembered. Tracing back the dead woman's residence, they found out that she lived in an unspecified address in Wagoner County, together with a roommate named Cor Bomley. As per routine, she was among those asked about what happened to Galloway. On April 17, 2020, she reported her missing roommate to the police. She said that her companion had left without bringing her purse or wallet. Her car was also parked in the driveway. 10 days prior, the victim apparently posted on her Facebook page stating that she might have caught COVID-19, but she didn't want to go to the hospital to be checked and admitted. Galloway supposedly went on to say that she would like to take some time away to deal with her situation. However, her friends and family thought that the post was out of Galloway's character. They believed that the woman would have at least contacted one of them regarding her predicament. As the police prodded further into the case, they found out some implicating circumstances against Bomley. It turned out that she lied about the whereabouts of the trailer, which she said was sold after her housemate disappeared. This was the same trailer that the unnamed witness had found in the Oachita National Forrest. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, or OSBI, said that they are currently processing the trailer for evidence. Moreover, investigators believe to have also found traces of blood in the garage and a bedroom of the house Bomele shared with the deceased. An even more chilling discovery was that the accused had been doing research on the internet on the best way to get blood out of concrete and wood. The intriguing roommate was arrested in Wisconsin in January of 2021 and is expected to be extradited back to Oklahoma, where she will face charges of first-degree murder and desecration of a human corpse. In light of the arrest, there were still a lot of questions lingering in the case. For instance, if it's proven that she did it, what could be Bomele's motive in committing the crime? Also, how did the two end up living together under one roof in the first place? Though the answers to these questions have yet to be given, these known facts are enough to warn everyone that you should always be wary of whom you decide to be roommates with. Number 2. Underwater UFOs. Jeremy Corbell, a documentary filmmaker, was one of the first people to ever share footage of a UFO crashing into a body of water on social media. His post has since garnered plenty of views and reactions, so much so that the Pentagon itself found the need to make confirmation on its existence, as well as the authenticity of the video. In a statement, the defense agency said that the video was indeed legitimate and was believed to be taken sometime in 2019 by U.S. Navy personnel. Mr. Corbell explained on Instagram that local authorities found no wreckage in the water where the crash happened, but the weirdness doesn't end there. Upon closer scrutiny of the footage, it can be surmised that the flying object just seemed to have slipped right into the water seamlessly. It didn't even create the slightest splash or ripple on the water's surface. Moreover, it appears that the thing is still in pristine condition, considering the huge impact it had supposedly created. Logic dictates that it should have torn to pieces or at least shattered into chunks. It's a big wonder how that UFO was able to breach or penetrate the air-to-sea barrier without destruction, Corbell said in one of his videos. One thing is for sure though, we still don't have that type of vehicle, which has the capacity to travel in and out of water at such high velocities. Meanwhile, another recent sighting of underwater UFOs made it to the mainstream news. In January of 2021, an unidentified flying object, or as the government officially calls it, unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, was spotted on the islands of Hawaii. It caught a lot of attention and prompted the Federal Aviation Administration to become involved in the controversy. The news segment cited a number of videos taken by random individuals who happened to be in the area near Helikala Avenue and Nanakuli. In the footage, the people can be heard exclaiming as they gaze towards the same large blue object that seemed to fall out of the sky and into the ocean. One of the passerbys, who was not a UFO believer, urged her husband to follow the object as it made its descent. Their curiosity brought them 3 miles from the point at which they first saw the blue light. They described it as something bigger than a telephone pole. Then the most confounding thing happened. The UAP crashed through the water without making the slightest sound. Amidst the bewilderment the witnesses felt at the time, they managed to dial 911 and call for police assistance. Just when they thought the shocking thing would end, a second bright light appeared in the sky. This time, it was witnessed with the responding officers who arrived just in time to see it. The white light, which was smaller than the first, came in the same direction, but it didn't plunge into the waters. Rather, it passed over them and headed straight to a nearby town before disappearing from their view. The Honolulu police has since ordered an inspection of the area into which they believe the bright blue UFO submerged. Surprisingly, they couldn't find anything unusual in the depths. The FAA, on the other hand, revealed that they received a report of a possible plane crash in the area. That, according to them, might have explained the crash. Obviously, the latter statement didn't corroborate with what the local authorities said earlier. Both agencies have yet to clarify any of the confusion. Meanwhile, in the light of recent events, there once again came a host of questions that we wouldn't likely be getting the answers to anytime soon. What are these objects? What kind of materials are they made of for them to have such astounding flying and diving capabilities? Right now, we are left with nothing but speculations and hearsays, but hopefully, this month, the answers will be coming soon when the government declassifies some of their information about UFOs throughout history. So there were two of the most appalling and mysterious stories around. The world can be a crazy place, and Twisted News is sure to show you why. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then subscribe to our channel and check out some of our other UFO videos that'll show you that there truly is something out there that we just don't understand. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.